Hey everyone, Soundwave8084 here, the Transformers review. In this review, take a look at Earthrise Deluxe Class Wheeljack. And we'll just slide Wheeljack to the side and just focus at the box right now. I usually don't go over the boxes, but since this is some of the first times we get to see Earthrise, I thought I'd at least look at it. And I really do love the artwork here on Wheeljack. And then the back shows what you can do. We saw some of that, 18 steps. Then the package art. So we got a Trailbreaker Bumblebee probably coming. Then on the very top here is hidden is a Galvatron out in space. So I guess we'll be maybe getting a Galvatron sometime soon. He might not come in Earthrise, but he might come in the third part of the trilogy. Because a Wheeljack was shown on the Siege box art on the sides, and he didn't come until Earthrise. So we'll just put this to the side, and we'll focus on Wheeljack. Alright, so up close here on Wheeljack, it's an excellent looking figure. I'll go ahead and just name off my only gripe with this figure is the fact he only comes with one accessory, and I plugged it up here on his shoulder because I just figured it looked better on the shoulder. He needs another weapon, and that's probably my only gripe with this. He should have came with two, like Sideswipe when he had his shoulder cannon and a gun. Kind of thing you could do. You could split it apart, put one here, one there. That's what I wish Wheeljack came with. And we'll go ahead and just right off the bat do a comparison with Wheeljack from Earthrise with the Generations Wheeljack. Sorry, I do not have the Combiner Wars Wheeljack, but this is the old Generations. They are about the same size. I think Generations is a slight bit shorter at the top of the head, but he is taller when you count these wing things on the side. Now, both figures have a lot of articulation. Both have wrist swivels, ankle tilt, waist. You know, they're all complete. They mimic and match each other in that aspect. Both have big feet, so the girls like them. RC, Chromium, they're coming running. Now, the big difference to me is the feel of a figure. I like the way the Earthrise feels. Just for the fact I pick him up and I can shake him all about, and he doesn't move. He stays stiff. Pick this guy up and it's just legs start moving, and he's just backpack will unpeg, and he's just got so much going on. It's not a bad figure, don't get me wrong. I love this Wheeljack. That's why I skipped Combiner Wars Wheeljack. You know, I thought the Combiner Wars, it looked to have a better head sculpt and a better overall look. I like my Transformers to be not simplified, but streamlined. That's the word I'm looking for, where they're smoother, not have a bunch of kibble and fiddly bits going on with him, and this Wheeljack does, but he looks more, that's the word I'm looking for. It looks like they put more effort into this one than, like, say, the Combiner Wars Wheeljack. And that's something you could easily fix, though, with, like, Repro labels, or I guess we'd call now Toy Hacks labels. You could really spruce up that Combiner Wars Wheeljack. Now, so they're about the same height to the back. You see he's got a huge backpack back here. Turn around. See, he wants to start doing the splits on me. The Earthrise cleans up. He's got a smooth back. So overall, I prefer the Earthrise. Overall, he's almost like a mini masterpiece looking Wheeljack. Looks really good. All he needs is, like I said, another weapon. We'll go ahead and take this Wheeljack and we'll just put him to the side. Nothing wrong with him. I will probably put him in vehicle mode and leave this one in vehicle mode and leave this one in road mode. They both look good in both modes. I'm not going to argue with that. Okay, so I already mentioned articulation, but we'll go ahead and show it off. He's got the elbows. He's got a swivel right above the elbow. Wrist swivels. He's got hips to there. Kick all the way forward. Back. Knee bends. Ankle tilts. Let's see, he's got shoulders up to there. Head's on a ball, so he got a little down. Not much of an up at all. It's just like straight ahead. But you can 360 his head around, which is surprising. I thought the ears would hit the back here, but you got is a little bit of clearance there. This doesn't move or anything, but you can take this out. And you can plug it in his hand as a weapon if you want to. It's on a little tab. You just turn it this way. And you plug this into his hand. I guess we can check to see if it supports blast effects. Let's go. I got this thing. if you really wedge it on there, let's try a smaller one because I had to really wedge that one on. It doesn't look like it really is made for us. It's just a straight up missile here. It will, you just gotta kind of really wedge them in there. But they're easy to knock out on him. But this Wheeljack looks really good. Just overall look at the figure, details, everything. The paint is nicely applied on my copy. A lot of detail, a lot of racing stuff going on the sides back here. I just like the way he cleans up. I really like that. He just looks really, really good, really streamlined in robot mode. And the head sculpt is phenomenal. I really like it. Like I said, I thought the Combiner Wars head looked better. I never owned it, so I don't know the exact way the head sculpt looks unless I go Google it. But this one looks really good. And I just remember seeing the Combiner Wars in package that it looked a lot better than the Generations. And I also like how the spoiler becomes his little wing things here in the back. That's a little good bit of engineering, so I know that's something else you got to pull out. Alright, some more comparisons. We'll show him off here with Moist, or Hoist, we say. A little bit of height. He pretty much comes up to about the top of his chest, about right there. We're doing with Optimus Prime. I'll just go ahead and throw Hoist in there with that too. Prime boys, your Hoist is a large deluxe. Bring him out. Bring in Sideswipe. Now go ahead and bring in Cliff Jumper. So a little more comparison there for the height of the figures. Now we'll go ahead and get this Wheeljack here into vehicle mode. Okay, first thing we want to do is just remove his weapon. If it's in his hand or on his shoulder, we'll just pull it out, put it to the side. Come over here, bring his arms up, rotate this in like this at the swivel. And you can see where it's going to start forming part of the car. Then take his hand, swivel it back the other way. So swivel this down and swivel that up. It's pretty much what you're doing. You just want to make sure it's all lined up. Come down here, grab this chest part, pull it out. You see these tabs here that go right in there. Take his head, fold it down. Just add a snap. There we go. Let's fold it in. Leave this down. Come down to the back. Spoiler bits here. Spin them. Spin him around. Forms his spoiler. Coming down here to his rosy toesies. You just want to bring this down. Come down the other one. Do the same thing. Bring it down. Then you want to take his waist down like this. Bring this piece here. We'll go down. Like that. Then you want to, it's kind of like Combiner Wars, these come out. And then you will come down here. There's a front of his windshield. Bring that up till it stops. Don't force it because you'll just pull it right off. It just slides right on over this little peg piece anyway. Finish bringing this up and that will just slide in right there. Same on the other. Pull this out. Pull that up. And bring his legs up and over. And then you can see there's tabs. And we're going to start just tabbing his legs together here. Just where you need to be gentle. I was doing the first time, I ended up throwing him in the floor. Yeah, not a good thing there. Alright, bring this back up. You can see there's little holes here. There are those little tabs here. We'll just go right into that. So we just got to line that up. And then that will just peg into his legs. And you'll form his front windshield here. And just push that all in. Now you want to come around and turn him at the waist. Like so. And then you can see there's little slots here. You'll want to take his shoulders up and over. You can see there's a little tab right there. That will hook into that slot. That tabs it in. Then there's a tab here, which will slot into there. And you'll just close his arm up. You just line it up and then, you, like I said, you just close it. And that's that one side done. Do the same to the other. Shoulder up. Bring that tab around. Tab it in. And then bring this down around. Tab it in. And you are done doing Wheeljack's vehicle mode. And it is a very nice and lovely vehicle mode. Doesn't really roll very well on my table. I'm not sure if it's just the wheels are kind of tight in the front. There's not that much clearance on the bottom of the car. It's really low to the ground. But it still is a very nice looking alt mode. And we'll compare it real quick here with G2 Sideswipe version. Because I'm getting a feeling this is going to end up being Sunstreaker. I know someone digibashed it a while back and show how it could. By looking at that, I can tell where they could change things around to make it Sunstreaker. And show you the length. Wheeljack is a little bit longer. Now, look in the back of Wheeljack right here. You can tell that it sort of looks like Sunstreaker in the back, especially in the cartoon. He had a little round porch right there. All they got to do is this back piece here is just take this and remold this one spot to look more like Sunstreaker. It's very simple to do because this back piece here goes nowhere. It just sits on the back of the car, then in the back of robot mode. So they can do that little, his customized back piece, and that would be perfect. It'll be sitting right here. Then when you transform robot mode, this just spins around. It's right there in the back for robot mode. So it's really easy to see where they can just change this right into Sunstreaker. And I think it would make a good Sunstreaker. And then, of course, people it's redoing the same mold. And they can, it's going to be different paint, different head sculpt. At least I can see where they can mold this different piece here. Otherwise, I mean, it's fine. As long as it looks different enough, I'm good with it. I'm good with it. Overall details in vehicle mode, he's got these reddish orange hubcaps, rims going on right here. And then come in, he's got the racing riding going on right there. Autobot logo there. Coming around to the front. Everything's nicely applied. So yeah, it looks really good. Right here though, where I guess this is where his hands are. It's not really a white. It's almost like an off-white or dull white. Into the back. Right there. I think he looks really good in vehicle mode. It cleans up really well. Everything just goes right where it needs to go. And it looks really good. And then you take his weapon with the little peg. Pick it right there. And he is weaponized to attack the Decepticons. And here he is next to Generations Wheeljack in vehicle mode. Now the Generations Wheeljack is a lot bigger. He's a lot longer than Earthrise Wheeljack. And I said, both look good in vehicle mode. And I'm thinking about this one staying in vehicle mode, and then this one's going to be my robot version of Wheeljack. This one rolls a lot better though. The Generations, this one slides, but this one. But both are nice versions of Wheeljack. Can't really go wrong with either one. Of course, this Wheeljack here was a retooling from a Reveal the Shield Turbo Trax. So I'm hoping we'll get a new Trax. He is also on the rumored list, and I don't know if they're going to redo him from this, or they're going to do it from a different mold, or if he get a whole new mold. Alright, so final thoughts on Earthrise Wheeljack. It is an excellent Wheeljack. If you don't own any other Wheeljack, this is a good one to get. If you have the Generations, you might not want to get this one. I do say this one is better in my opinion, just for the fact that he is more streamlined, less fiddly, has less stuff just hanging off his back and everything. And I also like his head sculpt more. Now, if you're just thinking it's going to be being retooled into Sunstreaker, possibly Trax, I don't know how they're going to go with that one. Of course, these are rumors. Take it all with a grain of salt. You can always just, if you have a previous Wheeljack, just keep that Wheeljack and then wait and get this mold with a different character. I can't tell you what to do with it, but this is a good figure. And I want to say thanks for watching this review. I'll have more Earthrise coming right at you with Hoist, Cliff Jumper, Ironworks. And thanks for watching. Till the next one. Peace out.